people over 18 years.
I am doing a persuasive speech on laughter. So, I'm sure you all have heard that laughter is the best medicine, but can it actually replace all the shots and pills that have Americans paying mountains of money for? My goal for you today is to persuade you to laugh every day. And even if you do, I'm hoping to convince you to laugh a little more each day. I'm sure you all can remember a time where you laughed until you cried or couldn't breathe. I'm sure you weren't trying to think about being healthy, but at any rate, things that benefit our health are welcome by all, and laughter is one of those things. As you might guess, I struggled at the beginning to find a lot of good information on this not-so-serious subject, but in the end, I found enough evidence to support my thesis that laughter can help you increase your health every day. It has physical, mental, and emotional benefits, and there are ways to help you laugh every day. So the three main points I'm going to talk today about is how much we laugh and what's enough, what the benefits are, and I'll give you some tips or ways to ensure you laugh the recommended amount. So while you're listening to my speech, feel free to smile or giggle a little bit. It'll make me feel better, and it might just make you feel better too. Which brings me to my first point about how much we laugh. Peter Daszak writes in his 1996 article, Happily Ever Laughter, that by the time kids reach kindergarten, he or she is laughing about 300 times a day. And if you know little kids, this might number seem even a little bit low. But the article goes on to say that adults only laugh about 17 times a day. So I surveyed my online speech classmates and asked them about how many times they thought they laughed a day. The responses range from 0 to 21 or more times. But on average, it came out to be about 14 to 20 times a day. Then I thought, well, I'm pretty easily entertained, so I'll count how many times I laugh. And it came out to be about 33 times a day over 2 days. So is laughing 14 to 20 or even 33 times a day enough? In the Happily Ever Laughter article, John Morial, PhD, president of HumorWorks seminars in Tampa, Florida, says that if you're able to feel like you have control over some part of your life or situation, that there are psychological and physiological benefits. And laughing is one way to do that. So back to my study. When I said the respondents' responses range from 0 to 21 or more times, I also asked them how satisfied they were with their life. All of my respondents either said they strongly agreed or agreed that they were satisfied with their life, which leads me to believe that the number of times you laugh a day is subjective or varies from person to person. But basically, if you feel like you can laugh freely and handle normal stressful situations, that's probably enough for you. So now that we know how much laughing we should be doing, I'll let you know how it increases your quality of life. John Morial says your blood pressure and your heart rate drop to below normal, so you feel profoundly relaxed. Also, psychiatrist Joseph Richman says that laughter counteracts feelings of alienation, which is a major factor in depression and suicide. So my survey of my classmates revealed that they all generally felt, after laughing, more happy, more relaxed, and more positive, which is in conjunction with all of the research I just shared with you. So now that we know what laughter might be doing to keep your medical bills down, I'll give you some ways to help keep you cracking up. So you might notice that what you think is funny might not be funny at all to someone else. In Daszak's article, psychologist Herbert Lefcourt, PhD at the University of Waterloo, says humor is intensely personal. To harness laughter's benefits, it's essential that each person is matched to his or her favorite brand of humor. The article goes on to say, for example, that when patients recovering in a Florida hospital from surgery, the group that were able to choose which humorous movies they watched required less painkillers than the control group who watched no movies. A third group, on the other hand, who were force-fed comedies, which they may or may not have liked, did the worst of all. But like I said before, when I wrote down how many times I laughed today, I found that I laughed way more when I was around people than when I was by myself. So even if you're by yourself, you can always ask Siri to tell you a good joke, and she probably will. And I felt like I couldn't leave you today without telling you a dumb joke. So this is what Siri told me. She said the past, present, and future walked into a bar, and it was really tense. So So to help you laugh more, hang around people or watch comedy shows that match your type of humor. Which brings me to the tail end of my speech. So I've given you how much we laugh a day and what's enough. I've given you the benefits of laughter. And I've given you some tips or ways to help you laugh more. So I hope I've persuaded you to crack another smile or laugh a little more each day, because it just might keep the doctor away.